empowered. That's what he means. Not he can't be in power, he can't be empowered.
To wage war or engage in aggression against Ukraine or anyone else.
Okay, so that's what it is. So that's the spin on it. They're like, oh my God, Joe Biden just said he can't be in power anymore. And someone goes, what if we just say he said empowered? I mean, they you know, just like he messed up undeniable, it could be that he just, you know, he.
All right. Hey, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. 6:30 tomorrow morning, Rob Finnerty. We'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. DaFi is designing the Internet of Staking for Web3. And with me to explain exactly what the company is doing, this is CEO Zain Rana. So welcome, Zain, and appreciate you joining us today to talk about the DaFi protocol. And I know you're making a lot of buzz in the cryptocurrency world. Kind of explain what you're doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, really happy to be here. In short, we can introduce DaFi to become, you know, what a pivotal role in what we believe Web3 to have, you know, with cryptocurrency and NFTs. Essentially, what DaFi introduces is this programmable reward system. What this means is that DaFi is kind of like a plug-and-play module, and it fits inside the existing decentralized world. So where you have protocols, where you have, you know, NFT communities and stuff like that. What DaFi designs is the ability for more utility in these industries, where the actual digital assets and tokens can be used for less inflationary staking, more programmable rewards. You can essentially design things for Web3 that foster and build far better and long-term communities. It's pretty much like we've taken an economic look at the way the decentralized world has been built and really tried to fabricate and create something completely innovative and new.
Yeah. Well, talk to me a little bit about this staking, and because that's an interesting concept in crypto, and it looked like you guys have built a lot of partnerships just in the short time that you've been around. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, that's actually really one of the interesting things about DaFi, that it's really early stages, but it can fit in the side of pretty much all the decentralized economies you have out there. So we have a range of partners, I think approximately 30, 35 partners. And we've just recently opened up the ability for developers and other projects and communities to build and actually use DaFi's technology. So protocol adoption is active and it's working and it's provable. And I think that's really exciting. We're at a really interesting stage. It's kind of like last year we built, and this year we're opening up for mainstream adoption. So you can imagine things are incredibly busy behind the scenes. There's so much moving pieces going on.
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. So now tell me about the protocol and the value proposition it brings, and what kind of projects you have going on in the Web3 industry.
Yeah. So, I mean, DaFi itself, you know, one of the things is that we want to introduce ways where you can utilize tokens and NFTs in staking. And it's far more intelligent. That's the main thing. We've already seen some partners, we're bringing on more. And really for Web3, we think these components are going to become essential. So to have an intelligent state-of-the-art network of which users and projects and, you know, founders and communities can all build and really build more, programmable systems, similar to what Ethereum and, these layer ones had done for programmable smart contracts. DaFi aims to do the same for programmable rewards. The idea that you can reward a community based on, certain things in the market, or even real world events, or even things like, NFT communities and rewarding as they grow. That's something DaFi has actually, done really well. And we've been building a lot of stuff around that, whether it's, the utility for the token, which we've demonstrated, millions being taken out of circulation. But all in all, it's fantastic at the stage we're at because, Web3 is something we're really ambitious about, and DaFi having, the next 6 months introducing all the products we've been building. It's at a point now where we'll see far more adoption by other decentralized protocols and economies to integrate DaFi as this layer and foundation for really scaling to the next level.
Super interesting. So, and if I understand right, you're building this like self-sustainable, decentralized network where the token holders can see their rewards increase over time. So explain how that works.
Yeah, it's exactly that. There's the idea that you can actually reward, rather than through arbitrary random clauses, you can actually reward users based on a network being more adopted, and a protocol becoming more adopted, which is fantastic. I think at this point there should be a QR code as well, where you can actually participate and get involved in DaFi, and it's really an exciting stage right now. We're just seeing the community getting built on a far greater level, more people joining the project and the community as well. That's pretty much it. Okay, and where can somebody find out more about DaFi? On our website is probably the first place. You can go to dafiprotocol.io. Our Twitter handle is Dafi Protocol, and even Telegram as well, again, which is Dafi Protocol. So it's all really consistent. You can't really get confused. If you want to follow my own personal updates, so my Twitter is TheZaneR. I barely post, but whenever I do, it's usually quite interesting. So I'm trying to get there a little bit more. You can't be in Web3 if you're not, posting on social media. So there's that irony. But yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Zane, for joining us. Thank you so much for having me.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue-cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
is a startup that aims to transform the way that money is moved on the blockchain. And with me is Simon Babakani and also Sam Tapalia, who are founders of Zebec. So congratulations. You had a token sale today, which is kind of like an IPO in the crypto world. So it's a big deal. You guys did very well. Coinbase was an investor, Solano. I mean, tell me about that whole process and how the token sale went. Do you want to start, Sam? Go for it.
So you know, we started Zebec like 6 months ago. We have a great set of investors. We did a couple of rounds of fundraising, and our whole idea for token sale was it's not a traditional form of liquidity event that people think of IPO. We think of this as a community generation event where we are able to empower our community, and the people who are using this platform or supporting this platform has some form of ownership in terms of the governance of the protocol, what happens to it, right? How the fees are structured. And that's, we did around $7 million in token sale and across various different platforms. And we were very fortunate to have quite a lot of enthusiastic people who are interested in being part of the future of Zebec.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. What does Zebec do that would make all these big investors so interested in the company? You go, Simon.
So Zebec is a continuous streaming platform for payments. Mm-hmm. The problem that we're trying to solve is the biweekly, monthly payroll problem, where employers and payroll companies essentially take custody of workers' hard-earned wages for a period of weeks, and we're bringing that power back to the workers and letting them receive funds in real time for their work and reinvest and do whatever they want with the funds from their wallets.
Interesting. So, because I saw on your website you can get paid by the second, and I thought, and maybe I sound like an old fogey, why do I want to get paid by the second? Like, what is the advantage to that?
Yeah, I think the basic answer of that is time value of money, right? That's like the core thesis of the entire financial world. Someone who is getting paid in biweekly or monthly basis, and you compare that to someone who's getting paid in real time, imagine the yield that you are getting on this real-time basis compared to someone who's getting yield every 2 weeks or once a month, right? If you look over 1 year, 2 year, or if you start looking over the 40-year career of any average working person, the value will be huge difference. And so that's basically what we're doing. And this is going to be really powerful because now once things start to move seamlessly over chains and over wallets, you can start to create very, very complicated, but in the same time very exotic products. Things like yield by second, credit by seconds. Let's say you work here and they pay you $1 million a month, and instead of receiving $500,000 every 2 weeks, you're getting paid in real time. And once we know that you're getting paid every single second and you're getting paid $1 million a month, we can somehow be able to at some point be able to give you uncollateralized loans for up to millions of dollars.
I see.
And these are like very interesting products. This is like, which is the basis of our product.
Right. So, but then an employer likes to hold on to that money because they probably get a little extra interest on it before they pay you. What would be their incentive to transfer?
Well, I say think about the job market right now. How hard is it to retain employees, to attract employees? Now imagine if you're a traditional employer and you're paying someone every month for their work, and a competitor of yours now says that they're going to pay everyone by the second in real time. Where do you think talent is going to flow?
Well, and the employees will be the one that will put the pressure on that we want to get paid this way. So you think that's where it's going to come? Companies are going to have to transfer.
They'll have to listen to the demands of the workers.
Okay, interesting. So now what? What's next for Zebec? Now that you've had this successful token raise, what do you do?
Yeah, I think the next 6 months is going to be for us to heads down, build the product and build the community. Right? There are a few interesting products that we have lined up that we're going to be releasing in the next 3 to 6 months time period, right? And in the same time, we will be focusing really hard on getting our community excited. Either that is for developers to build interesting apps on top of it, or for businesses to implement our product, right? Either that is on an enterprise level or on a much more smaller level as well. And those two are going to be our core tenant.
Yeah. And how did you come up with the idea for this?
Yeah, so I think the interesting thing is I'm from Nepal, right? And in Nepal, you're not paid once every week or once every 2 weeks. You're actually paid once a month, right? And I've always thought about that when I was young. Is why, like, why you work for 30 days and someone pays you like day 31 and no one can really explain you why. Like, wouldn't be great to be paid in real time.
Yeah.
And that problem, like once I came to the States, and this problem started going everywhere, because here the payday lending and all this predatory lending practices are much more complicated than in Nepal. And I started to look into deeper and realized it's impossible to do this in traditional rails, because you cannot be ACHing someone by second. You cannot be doing credit card swipes by second, right? The 2.9% plus 30 cents fees are expensive.
Yeah.
So you realize that we can only do this on top of blockchain. And so that's what we are doing, right? We realize that to be able to transfer the values over blockchain in a continuous manner, that will open the various different aspects of financial freedom and various different aspects of economy, right? So that's why we ended up to develop Zebec, the continuous settlement protocol.
It's very interesting. I worked for a company once where I was paid once a month, and I was always like balancing out, make sure I didn't run out of money, because it's kind of a long time between paychecks. So very exciting to kind of watch this and see. And congratulations on your really great token sale. It's pretty amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
HapBee is a wearable device and devices now that lets you control how you feel, whether you want to relax, be productive, de-stress. And with me is the CEO of HapBee, Jonas Stern, to talk about, and great to have you back, first of all, and just kind of bring us up to date on the tech and
how it works and the products that you have.
For sure. Well, HapBee is a wellness platform. It's got devices like this neckband that I'm wearing. At CES, we launched a sleep mask, the Sleepy, and a bed topper. And basically what the devices allow you to do is to play the same magnetic signals that compounds you would otherwise ingest would do. So instead of having that cup of coffee or a Red Bull to be awake, or taking Adderall or nicotine to be focused, or adenosine or melatonin to fall asleep, you can just play the magnetic signal, not ingest anything into your body, and get the same effect.
Okay, so let's go back to the products. Then I want to ask you a little bit about the science behind it. So we know the neck device, which you've got on, which I have used and actually had success with it, I think. So I was productive when I was wearing it. I know I was trying the productive part. Now you have you said like a sleep cover, is that like a mattress cover, or
Yes.
how does that look? Okay.
Well, one of the things that we discovered is that a lot of our customers use it for sleep. About 60% of people who use HapBee use it for sleep. And this is great. It's wonderful. You can either wear it around your neck. I put it underneath my pillow when I want to sleep, and I put it on the deep sleep signal, and I sleep through the night. And I was somebody who was not sleeping through the night before I started using it. But it behooved us to maybe integrate the technology not into a necklace or something you can put under your pillow, but into the mattress itself or into the pillow. So that's what we started building.
Okay. And then you said there was also an eye mask? So
A sleep mask.
A sleep mask, okay.
We know a lot of people wear sleep masks to sleep. But effectively, all they really do is they block out the light. Imagine blocking out the light and playing a melatonin signal at the same time. That's what we built, and it's incredibly effective.
Okay. So tell me the science behind it. How does this work?
When you ingest something in your body, a cup of coffee, a gummy, you smoke a cigarette, what is happening is your body is metabolizing that compounding, and the compound, the molecules, they resonate. They resonate and they release a signal. That signal stimulates bioreceptors in your body, in your brain, in your muscles, in your central nervous system. What our scientists have figured out is you don't need to do all of that to release the signal to trigger your body to be sleepy or focused or alert. You can just play the magnetic signal, and that's what we do. We record all of these signals, caffeine, melatonin, CBD, and then we allow you with the push of a button to play them. HapBee really is Spotify for how you want to feel.
That's interesting, because I took a look at your website today, and I noticed you had a 365-day guarantee. So if somebody wants to try it, they have a year.
Well, that's the whole thing. We were hearing from a lot of people, it sounds amazing. How do I try it? How do I try it without risk? And we were like, well, we know it works, so we're willing to take the risk for you. We really want to encourage people to have a risk-free user experience. And I have to tell you, since launching that, we've seen a significant increase in people trying and using and sticking with the product.
Well, it's interesting, because you know that I had that good experience with it, but I was like, I want to see it repeated.
Of course.
A few times before I truly believe. So now explain the business model, the hardware, the subscription. How does all that work?
We sell devices, and look, the reality is if we could produce the less expensive we can produce them, the more we want to get them out into the marketplace. Our objective when we sell one of these devices is effectively to break even, because on the back end of that sale is a subscription. We invite customers to enroll in an all-access subscription. We've got 25 different lifestyle blends. Wake up in the morning, your morning cup of coffee, focus, and so on. That's available to customers on a subscription basis. So we've got the device sales, and then we've got the subscription on the back of it.
And you're doing a lot of work with veterans groups.
You know, the work that we're doing with veterans groups is really, really gratifying. One group in particular that we work with in Florida called Gray Team has come back to us and said, this is the most successful thing that we've done as part of our wellness protocol. The alternatives for a lot of veterans, unfortunately, either suffering PTSD or insomnia, or just the issue or the challenge of reintegrating into society. Unfortunately, a lot of that comes with a lot of baggage, Usually what is being prescribed, unfortunately, to most veterans is chemical in nature. Sometimes it's narcotics, sometimes it's alcohol. It's very deleterious, it's very harmful. And what we've heard and what we've learned now is that there's an alternative. And it's very gratifying to see it having a very positive impact. Yeah. And you know, the only thing I will say is that I encourage anybody who's in the veterans community to please reach out to us. We want to work with you and we want to support you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take it with me the next time I go on a long flight, because I cannot sleep on a flight. I'm going to see if that works, because if it does, that's worth every penny. So thank you so much, Fiona, for coming back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
It was great to talk to you.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUY NOW and save an additional 15%.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR is a secure messaging, email, and just overall solution for businesses and individuals who care about privacy on the web. And with me is the CEO, Alon Gahi, to talk about just how big cybersecurity is. I mean, we're hearing stories about China hackers targeting U.S. states. We're hearing stories about Russian hackers targeting the U.S. financial system, all kinds of things. I mean, this just seems like a very scary, global, huge problem.
It is. You know, cybersecurity, and some governments now have their division, part of the army. You know, they got the cybersecurity division. You know, Russia also hacked Ukraine before the invasion. Basically, when you hack, it's kind of like a remote control destruction. You try to break the infrastructure of a country, an electrical grid. Maybe you tap into the financial network, create havoc in the New York Stock Exchange, for example, you know, which creates trillions of dollars of damage at the end. So hacking is a big problem because it affects you and I, and it affects at the highest level of government.
So SEKUR provides messaging,
yes,
email, and you're launching some new things this year as well. Okay, so tell me about that.
So we have Secure for regular consumers. Now we have Secure for businesses. You can go to secure.com, SEKUR.com. You can have multiple users now, whereas before you had to buy one license at a time. By the end of the summer, we're launching Secure Voice, which is an encrypted voice system, and Secure Pro, which will have the video conferencing tool. Now, one thing that's really cool that we do that nobody else does, when you register to Secure any of our services, we never ask your phone number. So when you download the app after you're registered on the site, it'll be a username and a password. And by eliminating that phone number request, we can block 99% of the hackers to start. And why do we do it and the others don't? Because we don't data mine you, and we're trying to protect you and the contacts that you have in your phone. So Secure Messenger for consumer and businesses, Secure Mail, now brand new on its own for consumer and business, and Secure, which is a combo of the two. That's already out there. Secure Voice end of summer, and Secure Pro as well. We are also going to launch, hopefully, maybe in Q4 or Q1 of next year, Secure Identity. I'm a big fan of protecting people's identity, of course, as you may know, and we're going to launch an identity protection toolkit with an email, and it'll monitor your credit card fraud and all of that.
Okay, and how can somebody find out more about Secure and the products?
You go to secure.com, SEKUR.com. That's about the product. You can also chat with one of our support person. That's open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. They are our own employee. We don't outsource support. That's another big thing. Or go to globexdata.com, globexdata.com. We're publicly traded under ticker SWISF. Feel free to contact us. But definitely secure.com. It's easy to remember. And if you want to know more, you just type SWISF and you'll find all our financial information, what we trade at, the news, our new development, everything.
Okay, thank you so much, Alon.
Thank you, Jane. Thanks for watching this.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download Secure. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Missoula is a mobile wallet for families, really to teach kids about financial literacy. And with me is Jonathan Stidd, the president of Dealmaker Reach, to talk a little bit more about Missoula. And let's just start with Jonathan. Tell me about the work that you're doing with Missoula.
Yes, thanks for having me on, Jen. So the work that we do with Missoula is the consumer-facing component of their technology, right? Because Rego Payments Inc. Inc. is a payments platform, right? And they have a lot of great IP and patents around, anonymizing personally identifiable information, right? So the consumer component of that extends itself to Missoula. So we focus on the digital customer acquisition, right? So how do we acquire parents, through Facebook and Instagram and TikTok ads to drive more users to their app to use all of the great features and privacy tools that they have.
Yeah. Well, and the guys at Missoula know I have a 12 and a 14-year-old, so you're on spot with TikTok. Snapchat too.
You are in market.
Yes, definitely. So why are parents downloading Missoula? I mean, where does it kind of fit into the whole marketplace of digital wallets?
Sure. And I'm stealing a bit from you because I know that you focus on pocketbook issues, right? But now pocketbook issues extend themselves into privacy issues as you see the convergence of everything being online, right? It's like now, a whole child's purchase history is online, right? From everything, they're on Roblox and they have Robux and everything's digital, right? So the convergence of those two things is really at the core of the importance of Missoula and the privacy focused aspect of it, because it is the only independently certified COPPA and GDR compliant mobile app, right? But in terms of why are parents downloading it, there is that shift into privacy that people are becoming more aware of, where this information is floating around online, and it's very important how companies store and manage and anonymize that, right? And Missoula is the only one, independently certified to do that in a compliant way with COPPA. But it's tough because at the same time, it's hard to lead with that in a TikTok ad that's targeted at parents, right? So what we see is more of a focus on the easy features, right? So managing your family's mobile wallet on there, it could be rewarding virtuals or charitable giving, right? Or even financial literacy, right? That you can teach all within the app there. So for parents, what we see, that's more of the hook around that seamless sort of digital wallet that they can manage and, manage individual vendors and spend amounts and that sort of thing. And then the underpinnings of that is the privacy. That's also really important.
Yeah. And what are some of the hurdles that you see toward adoption, to downloading the app?
Yeah. So, anytime when you're getting somebody plugged in and, you're asking for their banking information, right? That's a high hurdle, right? But it's also, I wish we could lead with the importance of privacy, right? And it's like, these other apps don't treat this information in this way, right? Missoula is the only independently certified COPPA compliant wallet in GDPR, right? But so many, parents they understand the impact of that, but maybe not the legalese of it all, right? So those are some of the hurdles that we face with, trying to position privacy as a core component of it without being a fear monger and scary about it, right? That's off-putting.
Yeah. And the legislative landscape, there seems to be more attention paid to privacy issues, not just for kids, but everybody lately. How is Missoula, Rego kind of navigating that? What is the latest in the legislative landscape?
Yeah, certainly. I think that was a great way to put it. Adults as well, right? Because, legislation is sort of playing catch up with the pervasiveness of online advertising, right? And some of the really invasive ways that they target and track. So the U.S. typically follows behind the EU, which we've done with GDPR, right? But what we're seeing there is some momentum towards extending the age of COPPA compliance, right? Requiring 16 years and younger, right? As opposed to just 13 now. So there are some legislative headwinds, tailwinds, the good winds at our backs there that, can help drive user adoption and more, all-encompassing privacy laws to protect children online.
Well, thank you so much, Jonathan, for coming and explaining that. And it's another option for parents, and financial literacy is so important.
Jane, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it. It was great speaking with you.
workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Danovation is a leading provider of micro e-paper displays, which enable companies to continue to update promotions, product information in real time. Good for the companies, allows them to be more flexible, good for the environment as well. And with me is the CEO, John Ricci, to explain a little bit more. And let's just start with kind of a background, John. I mean, what are digital smart labels?
Digital smart labels, little electronic devices that display pricing automation, information, promos in real time. They come in various sizes, anywhere from a 1.5 inch to tablet size. You can put them anywhere in your store if it's a retail application, or anywhere in your place of business. Could be healthcare module where they're outside the doors or inside a manufacturing facility. So depending on what the usage is, will depend on the size and basically the interior landscape of where you're going to be placing them.
Mm-hmm. So how does the technology work?
How do they work?
Yeah.
So they integrate with a company's POS system.
Okay.
So the simplest way of explaining it is, and explaining how rapidly the prices get changed, is at the point where a company changes pricing in their stores. So the traditional way would be, you're changing 2,000 SKUs in 100 locations. You're batching your price SKU changes. You're either sending them out to 100 locations, or you're sending them out to a third party who then prints all the perfed paper, sticky notes, etc., then sends it again back to the stores. When the stores get them, the store manager or the store associate or file manager then gets his team together. They go out throughout the store and they have to basically take out the old pricing, put the new one in a timeline, and correctly 100%, you would think in theory. So it's very tedious. A digital smart label, at the point when you batch the pricing, and you can set up a schedule for, say, 12 or 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's done.
Okay.
So that's how, so we're basically eliminating the labor at the shelf to implement SKU changes. We're eliminating totally, if you have a totally integrated system where you have your pricing strategy done by digital smart labels, you're eliminating paper 100%. Mm-hmm. Your usage for your laser the inks and the cartridges and toners in your computer in your office printers goes down substantially, or your third-party mail out, so you're saving on that as well. Yeah. So it allows you to react in real time for real situations, and instant updates.
Right. I mean, and it feels like, pricing is more dynamic now. We're in an inflationary environment, and it would really, I think, be helpful to a retailer to be able to make changes quickly if they need.
Well, think about this, right? So in today's environment, cost of goods is fluctuating rapidly. You can have a situation where you buy the same product 4 times in a month, and each time you buy, it's got a different price point. So if you're trying to maintain your margins as a business, you pick your margins, and you're trying to maintain your margins, and we all have margins to maintain. We all have to run our businesses. The retailers right now facing that don't have the time in the day or the resources to constantly go around their store to make sure pricing is reflected on their margin increases or their margins that they want to keep based on the prices increasing of what they're paying for product. Yeah. So it's real hard. A digital smart label system does all that for you, and you're basically taking away all the tedious task and the fear of not capturing margin, and it makes it real easy for the retailer to file manage his pricing strategy, which then frees your employees up to do more important tasks in the store. And I know a lot of people think, oh, you're replacing labor. The next thing on that is replacing labor. I can go to 100 stores right now, take a drive all day, and I bet you 90% of them say help wanted at front.
Yeah.
And you can't even find people right now. That's the big problem. So you can't find people to work in your stores or your place of business. Yeah. There's a labor shortage. Pricing in a retail store is the most important part of the business. Mm-hmm. And you want customers in, right? So
okay, thank you so much, John, for bringing us up to date again. So I mean, it sounds like it makes a lot of sense for retailers what you're doing.
Thanks very much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUY NOW and save an additional 15%.
Here at Glint, we're making money fairer. How? By using gold. Glint lets you store, exchange, send, and spend multiple currencies, including gold, through a simple iPhone or Android app. You can spend your currencies and your gold in small or large amounts using the Glint MasterCard. Register for your Glint account today by downloading the app from your favorite app store. Glint, the global currency.
Growing clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca. Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
NoLimit Technology is developing a transformational technology, NoLimit betting protocol. And with me is the CEO, Rafael Grossberg, to explain this, how this is transformational, what exactly you're doing. So welcome again. Great to see you. And just explain the NoLimit betting protocol. Let's start there.
Absolutely, Jane. And thank you for having me again. The NoLimit betting protocol essentially is taking really the heart of what crypto has brought to the economy, to the industry, and is the reason why it's making such tremendous inroads in all aspects of finance, which is the ability to use trustless. Trustless means that it doesn't have to be a human or a person or a committee deciding, which way things go, or a centralized party. In this case, it's a smart contract that is going to take money from the different bettors, place it into a smart contract, and at the end of the contest, distribute the money back to the winner, and then some fees to the platform. So what happens there is you no longer have to have custodial platforms. Custodial meaning where you send the money in, they hold your money, and only then you can play, gamble with the money you've sent in. But you're also locked out of any other platform that may have a better line, a better offer, because you've already deposited your money with a single platform. And in the case of the betting protocol, the smart contract, you always maintain custody of your money in your local wallet. So you never really hand over your money to one platform, which means that anybody with Web3 technology, which is what we are going to have on our sportsbook, which we are applying for sports licenses in different U.S. states. We've already secured a Curacao license for some international gambling. And from that point of view, we will bring transformational technology to the industry. There's $5 billion on deposit right now from players on sports books. All that money could return back to the players. They could be holding their money and deciding if they want to gamble with A, B, C, or D, and not just with a single platform where they've put the money up. So it really multiplies your ability to shop for the best deal exponentially. And there's also some theories about responsible gambling, saying that if that money's closer to you in a local wallet, you're going to be more responsible with your betting than if it's out there in a platform and it takes a couple of days to get back to you. So we're also happy that this could help in some way in that aspect also. I mean, of course, we're all about business, and so go ahead.
Well, the non-custodial is the key.
Well, it's really a transformation. I mean, normally everybody assumes, oh, I have to send money into the platform. They have to hold it for me. If I send it to DraftKings, I can't go to MGM, FanDuel, Bet365, and all the other ones. And then, of course, the NoLimit betting platform, I won't be able to go there because I've only deposited in a single platform. Versus our model, your money's always with you. And at the moment you want to place a bet, you can decide who to do it with. And that doesn't mean that it's less strict in terms of compliance. You still have to go through full compliance, full KYC, and the platforms are responsible and they have to operate within rules. But the only tiny difference is the money, instead of being over there, it's over here. And it's a huge difference because it frees up the player to pick any platform they wish. And of course, we're going to be one platform, but we also will develop that betting protocol, which is basically a smart contract API, which would allow other platform operators to swap from their technology to ours, which we've actually filed patent for. We've already filed our non-definitive for the betting protocol. We've got multiple patents in the pipeline. So we're excited about our IP portfolio, on top of the fact that we bring transformational. I mean, that's really what the whole crypto craze is all about. It comes down to the smart contracts.
Yeah.
The smart contracts that can perform the duties of escrow officers and people and middlemen companies that all take their cuts. And this makes it a lot more efficient and safer.
Well, thank you. And please update us as things go on. And
I will. Great, Jane King.
Thanks, Rafael.
All right. Thank you.
everyone. This is New to the Street, the Secure segment, the weekly hack with Elaine Guy. Elaine's with Globex Data, the leader in Swift-hosted private and secure communications and data management. Welcome back, Elaine.
Thanks, Anna. Happy to be here. Hi, everyone.
All right, everyone's a little terrified of what's happening in Russia right now and the possibility of getting hacked from a business standpoint, because we know that big tech can be hacked and they are very vulnerable, but also from a consumer and individual standpoint. What can I start to do right now to make sure that my information, my data is private and secure?
Sure. So as a consumer or a small business, as a matter of fact, first of all, reduce your footprint on social media. I always say that because it's basically polluting everything and giving the hackers as much information as you can about your life, what you do, who you email, what kind of work you do, where you bank, etc. So that's the first thing. Then the other basic ones is do not use public Wi-Fi because they are going to be compromised. So use your regular cell phone. You know, you have your hotspot, exactly. Mm-hmm. Use that. Use your 5G or 4G connection if you need to when you browse on the phone, and instead of using Wi-Fi. So because sometimes you see a lot of people in cafes and then they use the cafe Wi-Fi. You might as well use hotspot. The other thing is change your passwords. I mean, probably most of you haven't changed your password in years. Use a password manager if you can. I would offer ours, but ours comes with our Secure Suite solution, which is $50 a month. I mean, if you're a family or a business and you have documents to upload and store in our private storage in Switzerland, as opposed to the big tech out there that's being hacked all the time and data mines your content as well, especially. That's why the security is low. If you have a need for that, it comes with an email and a password manager. Then go to SecureSuite.com and you can do that. But if you're a regular customer or consumer, go and get a good password manager. You're going to pay your $7, $9 a month, and then it generates passwords for you. That's really important because you can't create complex passwords for 50 different things. The password needs to be like all sorts of weird letters and long, etc. So that's one thing. And then when you communicate using your email, when you have sensitive information, and sensitive doesn't mean like, James Bond. It could be anything like your medical record. You're sending $20 to your kid, or you're sending your tax returns. That's pretty sensitive, I would say. Mm-hmm. Don't use a free service. Don't use anything from big tech that data mines every content, because that essentially gets exposed. So that's where we come in, for example, with Secure Mail for $7 a month as a consumer, or $10 a month as a business. You get 100 gig, and you can use the Secure Send function to send anything to your accountant, lawyers, doctors, etc., and they can reply back using Secure Reply without this whole information being on the open net. If you use a messenger, our messenger doesn't ask for your phone number. I just got a text today. I get them once in a while. I use T-Mobile, which has been hacked like most US telcos. And it's like, city management, your account access has been frozen, blah, 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 for your card. Click here.
That's a trick.
I get those, and you were telling me you get a bunch of Norton antivirus, and those are going to be more and more. A, it's tax season. B, the Russians are hacking, right? Mm-hmm. As President Biden said, every business needs to kind of step it up and, tighten the seals a little bit and protect themselves, because it's not just the big infrastructure. SMBs are big targets, and they're vulnerable because they don't have the money for these fancy IT companies and having somebody on board at, exorbitant salaries to run their IT. These people are barely making it. They're just trying to make a nice little business and make a living. And then when they get hacked, it's, their entire data is gone and they have to shut down. So is it worth $7, $10, $15 a month? In my view, yes. Do not use those free messaging application or SMS text for anything related to business or personal thing that has to do with medical or finance.
Well, and we're all susceptible to this right now, and I think it's only going to get worse. So privacy is going to be the major theme from 2022 onward, and you're the right business, and congratulations on uplisting. So things are looking good for you, and thank you again for these tips that anyone can use, and we need to start implementing these tips and get on board with SEKUR. It's super user-friendly, and it's great technology that you're providing for us. So thank you for joining us again on New to the Street, Elaine.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone, for watching. See you next week.
Closed captioning brought to you by MagnaLife Pain Relieving Foot Cream to target symptoms of nerve pain.
Suffering from burning, tingling, or stabbing pain in your feet? Get relief with MagnaLife Pain Relieving Foot Cream and get living.
Also available as a 360-degree spray.
My name is Gordon. Growing